housewarming program and our weatherization programs are about saving customers on their utility costs with a number of different collaborating programs. Let's give you an example.
Well, about a week before Christmas, our furnace had went out, and we had a contractor come in, a private company come in to check it, to see what was going on. And they told us that it was leaking high carbon levels. After we figured out that we had to get a new furnace, we knew it was an unexpected expense and it would take us a couple months to save for it. So I called my councilwoman, Phyllis, at Ward 5, and she said to call Slavic Village. And Slavic Village is our community center for my area. And when I called Slavic Village, they said come in and fill out an application for their housewarming program. So when we filled the application out, that was on a Monday, and we turned all our paperwork and application in by Wednesday. And by Friday, it was an inspector calling us. Our inspector was Elliot Watts, and I really didn't expect to get a call that soon. I thought that was really nice because they was really concerned about us not having heat and having children in the home. Elliot came out and checked the furnace again, and he said, yes, it's high carbon monoxide levels. You can't use this furnace. He said, what do you want for Christmas?
Wow.
And I said, a new furnace. And so we both laughed about it. He said, where are you going to get one? He said, if we can't get you one by Saturday, because it says short notice to get the company out, we'll definitely have it by Monday. So it was very thoughtful of them because they was concerned about us not having heat, and they left electrical heaters here
Wow, that's
for
tremendous.
the weekend.
Excellent.
For us to use until they came in Monday with the furnaces. I just couldn't believe it because when they brought all this equipment in and this beautiful furnace,
Yes.
we was looking like this is just such a blessing and just unbelievable. And it was just, music to our ears, and we was just, happy, to receive it.
I met him at the door, and I was asking questions on what kind of insulation they're going to put in. And they were talking about long cellular. And I said, well, is there something else more higher efficiency than that? And he said, well, we would blow this foam in against the walls and still have the open space. And I said, well, let's go for that.
We had an outdated electrical box, and they put in a new electrical box, beautiful big electrical box that would support our furnace.
These guys were really professional, they were very courteous, and they cleaned up after themselves. It was very, very, very good.
What we noticed afterwards was that our bedroom was usually really cold, and they wrapped all the ductwork that led to our bedroom from the furnace. And now in this winter, our bedroom was very warm, the house was warmer, and we just noticed, a big change in our bill. And overall, the house was just better efficient.
And the gas bill was averaging about, about $400.
And $500 a month
Wow.
in the winter.
Yes.
So it dropped, and then about to $230.
After we had our furnace installed, we called everyone that we knew to tell them to go see if they qualify for the program, because it is definitely worth it for your home. Thank you, Dominion, for the housewarming program.
Mr. Patterson is probably the nicest man that's ever came into my house.
Now, what did you think when they first started calling you about it?
That they should stop calling me because they're sending me a flyer saying free, and free doesn't happen. And then when he left 2 messages, and finally the 3rd time when I saw his name on my caller ID, I thought, I'm just gonna take care of this. I had a friend that said, no, that's legitimate. She goes, talk to him. Mr. Patterson first called me during the week, and that's crazy sometimes with the children. So I asked him, I said, could you call back after hours or on the weekend? Thinking, here we go, free, not gonna happen. And he did. He called me on a Saturday evening. He set up an appointment for Monday. He told me what he had to do. He was here, and he did it. If he were late, he'd call and say, I'm running late. He came in, he checked my furnace. It was a loud noise. He came in, he explained to the children, it's gonna be a loud noise, how long it's gonna take. And he was just very respectful, very down to earth, and very knowledgeable. I got my fuse box upgraded, which was ancient, and every time you had Christmas lights on, you knew you better wash clothes during the day or run the vacuum because the popper is gonna break. And it would many times. So yeah, I was very pleased. I got a new fuse box, and it's been great. They gave me a new refrigerator. I got my choice of 3 different colors. They gave me the same style with the ice maker and the water. It was just a different color, that was all. They put vents into my attic, had my furnace checked, and he was concerned because my furnace is old. He explained everything step by step. They cleaned up their mess, which I'm impressed by.
Excellent.
And but not only that, he did come back after the men did their work,
yes,
and he checked everything, and there were things that he didn't like or he felt they overlooked. They came back out and fixed it. It was just a nice experience. It truly was. He even had tips on how to save on electricity.
Let me ask you this. Have you noticed any difference in your home since you have your sidewalls and attic insulated as well as your furnace cleaned into?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the heat bills are much better. The house is warmer. It's not drafty. And especially around the doors, you know how that cold air just, it's so much better. It truly is. It's just warmer, period. Even with the electricity bills, I noticed a difference. You know, but I don't keep as many lights on now as I used to.
Yes.
But still, I mean, with these light bulbs, the best thing about these light bulbs is when you turn it on to go into the room, they start out very dim. The people that came to my home were wonderful. They were respectful. They were just down-to-earth people like me. And I would just like to thank them all so very much, Dominion, the housewarming program, and all. Thank you, Dominion, for the housewarming program and helping me save on my utility bills. Thank you.
How did you find out about the program, Ms. Pickens?
Through another friend, matter of fact. She told me about it, and I said, okay, that's wonderful. And I called, and they came. With the money I saved on my gas bill, I was able, even in the middle of the winter, to buy a brand new energy-efficient freezer to replace the old energy-draining one that was over 45 years old. And I've been doing the jig ever since.